but we've got to move on because there's still so much more to show you. So we are moving on from P&O to, we are going to P&O, the Oriana. So let's have a little look at where we're going with the Ariana. Let's have a little look at the ship itself, and we've got again Keith on board.
Launched by Her Majesty the Queen, P&O Cruises Oriana is a much-loved household name. This beautiful classic ship has been exclusive to adults since its multi-million-pound refit in 2011. And at just 69,000 tonnes, she has a warm intimacy that will sweep you off your feet in moments. Coffee lovers can indulge in Oriana's very own Costa coffee outlet, while those who like to drink with a view will adore the aptly named Crow's Nest. The iconic Anderson's Bar is where P&O's impeccable service is summed up in a warm and welcoming smile. But for me, it's all about this place, the Lord Tavern's Bar. Trust me, if you're a sports fan, you'll be bowled over. With numerous dining options, including Marmite for breakfast or bread and butter pudding for dessert, I'm already sold. It's high-quality, classic British cuisine, although at the Alfresco Cafe, it's infused with Mediterranean favourites such as pizza and pasta. To celebrate in style, you can book a table at Marco Pierre White's Ocean Grill or choose the stylish Sorrento's, where your fillet of beef is cooked right in front of you. With a range of activities taking place throughout the day, you really will struggle to fit everything in, from pub quizzes to sports tournaments, dance lessons, informative talks and interactive demonstrations. You'll be spoilt for choice. Thankfully, you don't need to remember when and where everything is going on, because you have this, the Horizon. It's your daily ship's newspaper, and it's delivered to your cabin every night for the next day. Sometimes, though, you may just want to sit back and do nothing at all. Bliss. I always say if you're spending too much time in your cabin, then you're not making the most of the cruise. But when you do actually decide to sleep, the surroundings on board Oriana will be very pleasing on the eye. With 8 different types of cabin to choose from, they're elegant, warm and welcoming, and offer something for all tastes and all budgets. Now, where's that room service menu?
18 nights, can you imagine? That looks absolutely incredible. Let's see where we're going, because that is so important. 18 nights, and this looks fabulous.
Yeah, again, it's another great sail at Southampton, of course. The Great British Sail Away, P&O is massive on that. Relaxing day at sea, and then into Porto, the birthplace of port. Lovely cobbled streets. It's recognised by UNESCO as well, but the nice thing is, where you get these tourist locations where it's just absolutely swamped, it's actually quite quiet here. So when the ship's in, it's just yourselves. There's one little thing you've got to do. There's a bookshop called Lello that dates back to 1906, and it just looks like something off of a film. It's just literally books everywhere.
Wonderful.
Then you've got another couple of days at sea. Enjoy the ship. That's the great thing. And then we're into Barcelona. We're just going to skim over this because we're going to talk about Barcelona later. But of course, you've got the La Ramblas, and of course you've got the famous cathedral as well. Yeah, we'll come back to that later on.
I'll go back time and time again, but we'll go into more detail later.
Yeah, we're then off to France. We're off to Toulon. Now, this is actually France's main naval base. So if you've got anybody that's interested in ships and maritime history, this is definitely the place to go. But it's not the only thing. There's loads of museums as well. There's lovely views. There's 9 times out of 10 in a cruise port, there's always a little funicular railway to go up and have a look. And you've got, I mean, look at the views there. It's just brilliant. Then we're off to Santa Margherita in Italy. Now, this is actually a quiet fishing village compared to some of the other big ports like Portofino, and it's a really charming resort. I mean, you can see the architecture there. It's a mixture of old and new. The cafes here and restaurants and bars around the harbour, it's just the place where you go for a nice chilled glass of wine, lovely Mediterranean cuisine, and Portofino, of course, great shopping. It's just a short bus ride.
Just what you want for your holiday, and then somewhere you've got to go.
Yeah, this is a biggie. This is the real highlight. It's Florence and Pisa. Now, if you've been on a cruise before and you've been to Pisa, get out into Livorno, but here, I mean, you can see the famous bridges where you've got all the jewellers there. Fantastic architecture, and of course you've got some very famous pieces of art like the Birth of Venus and Michelangelo's David, the famous statue as well, or the several versions of it, as you can see there. Then you're on to Capri. Now, Glenn was talking about Capri earlier on. This is a place to keep your camera near you. Apart from it being beautiful, apart from it being absolutely dripping in wealth, it is celebrity spotting city.
It really is.
If you read your glossy magazines and you see where people go, where they've been spotted, just all I'm going to say is Capri, keep your camera close to you. Then you're going to be coming into Messina. Now this is Godfather country. You can actually visit some of the sets where the Godfather was
really?
actually filmed. So yeah, when I say Godfather country, quite literally.
Wow.
So you know, don't mess with the boys. Then you got Mount
That
Etna.
was quite good.
Yeah, no horses' heads or anything like that, though. Let's swiftly move on. Then we're on to Cagliari. Now, this is Sardinia. I love Sardinia. I love Corsica, mainly because of the culture. You've got the French, you've got the Italians there. It's just amazing. You've got some of the best pizzerias as well and ice cream stores along the seafront that you're ever going to find. Love the relaxing day at sea, and then what better way to finish off heading back to Southampton, a little bit of home. Gibraltar was my first ever port.
Was it really?
And I remember walking up and thinking, right, I'm in Spain now, and seeing a red telephone box and thinking, this is just like being at home. Got to go up the rock. Needless to say, the monkeys up there, just go careful.
Incredible.
They will have everything out of your hands. I'm sure you've seen the videos, but you've got to do it. Some great cable car rides, and again, great colonial history. Then you're going to be popping in to Seville. Now, this is a lovely way to finish off the actual cruise itself, because of course it's just that laid-back Spanish way of life. Of course, you've got all the culture, flamenco dancing, you've got bullfighting as well, and a little bit of Moorish influence, so you've got the Moroccan influence as well. A couple of days at sea and then back to Southampton. Just a great cruise.
Great cruise, 18 nights, no fly. Let's have a little look at what is included. You've got huge saving £750 per person off the actual brochure price, under £56 per person per night. Don't forget to add on that stay. Now, this is a great way to start your holiday at the Marriott, and of course that's £75 per person. That's for parking and for your transfers. That's for 18 nights parking, which is normally about £11 per night, so you have got such a great deal, and you're staying in the hotel the night before. Jot down the ID number, which is 79381, and of course we do want you to tell us everything and stay in touch with us, and there's lots of ways to do just that. We have got the newsletter there, and of course you can get your brochure completely free of charge. You can ask for that on the phones 0800 781 5458. So loads of reasons to stay in touch and make sure you get that perfect cruise, which you always will do with Planet Cruise, because they really do make it bespoke to you.